Alex.
Yes.
Atheism is alive and well.
Yes, it is.
I'm a former atheist.
Yes, we all.
Is atheism a reasonable worldview?
Well, let's start with the word atheism. It means there is no God. And logic tells us you cannot affirm a negative in the absolute. What does that mean? If I say there is a purple napkin somewhere in the universe, all I have to do is find one purple napkin and my statement becomes true. On the other hand, if I say there are no purple napkins anywhere in the universe, I would have to look everywhere first before my statement becomes true. So logically, it doesn't make sense. Now, we know atheists haven't looked everywhere for God, for Jesus himself said, if you seek me, you will find me. And we know most atheists have never sought God. Now, that said, let's talk about worldview since you brought it up. A worldview is a framework of fundamental beliefs that all of us have. It usually includes where we came from, the meaning and purpose of life, and where we're going after life. Now, let's take the atheistic worldview. Even if you concede evolution, because that's where the battle seems to be these days. You concede evolution, that through random mutations and natural selection, we got all the species that we have today. I concede that point. You still have a lot of problems with it most people don't think through. For example, origins. Most people don't know, but an atheist cannot explain the origin of the universe, the origins of the laws of physics, and more importantly, the origins of even single-cell life. Okay? Some other problems that they have is morality. We know that there's a universal moral code in every society. If there's universal morality, there must be a moral lawgiver. Okay. Next would be consciousness. How do we get consciousness from non-conscious matter? Most atheists will concede they don't know the answer to that question. Here's another one, out-of-body experiences. There's been long-term studies done, some over the course of 10 years with 3,000 subjects, and all of them conclude the same thing, that you cannot explain these out-of-body experiences scientifically. One famous study was published in Lancet, which is the most prestigious medical journal in all of Europe. A couple others is the fact that there's 5 billion people that claim to have had a religious experience. How does an atheist explain that? Love, bravery. This conflicts with the atheistic worldview of survival. Natural selection and survival. So given these things, it's very, very hard to make a strong case for atheism. Again, they're usually arguing evolution, but there's all these other problems with atheism, and we know that only Christianity can provide all the answers for all the complex questions of life.